Here I am with another topic today. All the design engineers who are interested to get into the CAD development design automation field, they are having series of questions, and all those questions are fall under these three broader level or high level questions. One is what to learn, how to learn, and when to learn. So, this typical video, I am going to focus on when to learn. Obviously, it will be more or less connected with how and what as well. But there are three stages you are in as a design engineer or as a mechanical engineer. Either you are studying in college, either fourth year or third year of your engineering, or second, you are just starting off your career as a fresher. You're either looking to get into first job or you just landed in your first job. Then third is you are experienced design engineer. So this is three stages where you look to learn CAD development, design automation for some reason. It might be out of personal interest, it might be to grow your career faster. Anything could be the reason. But these are the three major stages where you find you whether you can uh, learn the design automation and CAD development. So this video is around this topic. This is the part one of this video, and in this video I am going to talk about how and when you can start gaining or learning the skill set of CAD development when you are a, a engineering student and maybe you are in third or fourth year of engineering. But before I jump into that, there is one very important skills or very important liking you must have before you start. So let me start with that. First thing you have to ask yourself, are you interested? Are you know what kind of skills you have to learn, what kind of job role you will be performing after you learn. You are not just so basically you have to make sure that you are not just following the crowd. You are not just following someone who is following this path. You must check with yourself, is this something that is interested, that makes you interesting? Are you um, are you liking this or are you loving this field? So do you have love to the programming towards programming or coding? You have to check with yourself whether you will love doing programming for most of the time in your job. Also, are you passionate about automation? If you are surprised to see that how the mechanical engineering activities, design engineering activities mainly, how they are getting automated, how they are the process is being made efficient, how the accuracy is still maintained. If this kind of things make you curious, if this kind of things make you surprised, then this is definitely a field for you. So you have to check with yourself, is this something which you will be what you will be doing for most of your time? Is this something that makes you feel good? Isn't that making you good, bored, or something? So you have to check with yourself that whether it is really made for you. Is this something which suits you? And if your answer is yes, then please continue following my channel and please continue on this video as well. So let's start with the topic for this video. So when you're studying in engineering, then this is a roadmap for you. First, you have to choose a programming language. You choose a programming language and you learn that programming language. So there are few pointers I will give you to choose a programming language. You have three options to choose from. Either you start with C or C++, or else you start with C Sharp or Visual Basic.NET. C Sharp.NET or Visual Basic.NET. The third option you have is you either start with Java or Python. C or C++ I will suggest you start with so I will recommend to start with this. If you are if you are not comfortable learning C can be a year-long affair for you, I can tell you. But if you have love towards programming, then definitely you shall go with that. One thing you must note that you shall not start with a course which is a crash course or fast track kind of a course which can last only for one month or 1.5 month. You have to get enrolled into a curriculum where the duration is at least more than 3 months. If it is a 6 months or 1 year duration, you can go with that because you have that much of time you can spend and that is going to help you a lot. But if you are already started learning, maybe via your academics, you started learning C Sharp.NET or Visual Basic.NET, and you think that it is easy for you, you can continue with that, then that time you can continue with C Sharp.NET or Visual Basic.NET. But the main thing here is you shall not stay at the beginner level. You have to also learn the lot of advanced things into programming language and you shall be good at that. Okay. Then the third option is Python or Java. I would recommend if you wanted to go into CAD development, design automation, then Python or Java you can skip, you can ignore for now because these languages are mainly used for data science and software development, not that much yet in the CAD development area. Okay, so you choose between these two, C++ or C Sharp.NET or VB.NET, and you get enrolled yourself and start learning. Then next what you have to do once you are done with programming language, you have to start with learning CAD APIs. You have to see that you completely done with programming language. You are good at that. You have done lot of assignments. You have done a good amount of practice there, and you also got a certification. Then there is a time to start with learning CAD APIs. So you can start with any of the CAD APIs. You can start with either CATIA, CAA, or NX Open, or Creo Toolkit, or SolidWorks, AutoCAD, or Solid Edge. I would say rather than looking or exploring which has more potential, you just start with which is more accessible for you. Being in a college, uh, which is more accessible CAD APIs program for you to get enrolled, you start with that. Almost all of these CAD softwares which has programming languages are they allow C or C++ or even C Sharp and Visual Basic.NET as a programming language. So there is no restriction as such. C or C++ is predominantly used in CATIA and Creo. So if you learn C, then you can choose between CATIA or Creo. Otherwise, all of the programming languages that I shared are compatible with all of these CAD tools. So one more time, I am saying do not go with the potential, or do not see that, do not try to explore, do not try to evaluate which one is better for my career. All of these are better and all of these have good career for you, provided you are better at that skill set. So you can choose whichever is more accessible and you found a good program to go through. If you would like to say, if you would like to get an recommendation from you, you either start with any of these three, and this AutoCAD or SolidWorks or Solid Edge shall be on the bottom on your priority list. You can start with CATIA, you can start with NX Open, or you can start with Creo Toolkit. If you do not have access or do not have a program, a better program you can join on these three, then you start with SolidWorks or AutoCAD. Otherwise, you have to choose uh, any one from these three. So I guess you got an enough inputs for you to start as a studying mechanical engineer. And one more thing before we close, you you have to say that you also join a course which lasts for 3 to 6 months and which has the learning as well as the lot of practice sessions for you. So this is what you have to look for. If you got any questions for me to ask, please share those in comment section. I'm going to answer them individually. Thank you for being with me till the end, and bye bye for now.